Do I have any checks? There's a check here. Do you have any checks? I don't see any checks, but can we win any piece? Yep. Win check. So we have to take. If we take, okay, black to move. I guess we have a check here. Or we can just win the queen. Black to move. Okay. And check. Check. Black to move. Okay, doing good so far. Okay, puzzle number 10. Okay. White to move. I guess here. 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 Then here. White to move. We could give a check here or here. I guess the king escaped. Okay, black to move. We can give a check here. I think this is the same puzzle as before. Wait a minute. This rook cannot move. So it can't go for backbone mate. I guess it can give a check first. And then the king can go here. Alternatively, we can win the rook, but the queen defend. Oh, I see. Where's the move here? We covered this, we covered this. So if we go here, so we can go here, but then the opponent go here. We could also go here. Opponent go here. Check. Okay. What's the move here? Oh, queen is attacked. We take the queen. We would just take. Alternatively, we could take first. I guess there's a check here. What else do we have? This is a check. Force move. Go here. Force move, go here. Okay. Puzzle number 20. So I guess we start explaining because these puzzles are starting to become 2 or 3 move. So in this position, we have a queen, and they have a queen and a rook. So we should go for the checkmate threat because our king is not really safe. If we go here, cover these squares, king is forced to go here. We go over here with a check, and that's mate. So it's our turn. If we go for queening, the opponent's king can simply take. So what we need to do is to simply guard the queening square. There's also a check from the opponent right here. So maybe we go here first, protecting the pawn. If the opponent try to go here, he's still away from us, so he can't give it any checks. We can then move our knight here and then go for queening. Alternatively, we can go here, he takes, we go up. He try to chase us. We queen, we check. So let's go for it. I guess the opponent want to go here to prevent queening. So our knights have to be here to guard this square. I'm just looking at something else, like what if we decide to go here? He could give us a check. We can simply go up and the opponent run out of checks. Okay, let's go for it. Okay. They have 6 pieces and we have 4 pieces. I guess we have a check over here. The knight covered this square, the queen covered this square. Opponent's king cannot go here because the knight also covered this square. So it's black to move. And when you have a rook and a queen, and there's no obstacles in the way, because the queen is not within the king's range of defense, then there could be checkmate potential. I'm thinking about like kill box. So if we go here with a check, we create a kill box within this. And so the opponent's king will have to move out of the way. Actually, if he go here, it doesn't work because I will cover this. And if he try to go here, this doesn't work because the queen covered this as well. So I think this is a solution. Is white to move. And do we have any checks? We do. This is a safe check. And then the opponent can simply defend. We could try and give another check here, but then the knight take. I was hoping to win the queen here. Alternatively, we could give a check and the opponent just take. But they'll end up with 4 pieces. And we have 3 pieces left, and I don't like the fight. We also have this. So with this kind of puzzle, king is the first thing that you look at, but the queen is the second most valuable piece. So if we can take it, we should. It's black's turn. We have 4 pieces, and they have 4 pieces. Do we have any checks? We do not. Can we take any pieces? Yes, we can. But then the opponent's queen can take back and we run out of threats. This bishop is kind of locked in because the opponents have this pawn chain. Can't go here, really, like it's just locked. So this is out of the puzzle. This knight might be in the puzzle because it can still jump around. I'm looking at this kind of move. I mean, there's no check with the queen, and we can't take anything with the rook. Then the knight is the only piece available for an attack. The queen got the rook and the rook got the queen. So maybe let's move the knight backward. And we should just take. If we take here, then this is just a trade. Therefore we should take the bishop. So in this position, I'm looking at this because this rook is stuck. But let's count the number of pieces that we have. We have 6 pieces and they have 6 pieces. Our king is safe for now because there's no checks. If we decide to go here, there's just no way to save the rook. So let's go for it. If we take the rook, the opponent's queen will take us. I guess we can take this and the knight can take, and then we can push the pawn to pin the knight and the bishop. So we have a queen. So we should try to go for checkmate. Going here, we cover these squares, the pawn cover these squares, and that should be mate. Okay, it's black to move. I guess we can give a check over here. Forces the king to go this way. And then we can bring our rook in, creating this thing known as the kill box. The reason why our rook might not want to go here first is because... Wait, there's a rook right over here taking it. I mean, the king can also escape this way, I don't know. Let's calculate, check, force move, check, opponent go back, check, force move. We love those force moves because there's only one choice, easy to calculate. Okay, then we can give a check. Opponent's queen can go here and defend, but then we can just take the rook. This bishop is quite annoying. We could give a check here first. Opponent cannot go here, and he's forced to go up. I mean, if his rook take us, we can simply take, but then the bishop go here. There's a lot of defense. Check. go here. It is a draw puzzle. We have to bring the rook into the attack. A queen cannot checkmate the opponent alone. I really feel like this is the move, but I'm not seeing why. Check, go back. We could offer a check of queen, but why would we want to do that? I guess we can go here, block the queen off. Then the opponent's rook might go over here. Is there a way to win this rook? For us to win this rook, our queen had to be on this diagonal. But this queen is guarding most of the diagonals. Gonna drink some water. Okay, instead of attacking the king, can we attack the queen? Not really. Actually, if I give a check and he go over here, can we not just attack the queen right over here? But then the queen can just go here. Anyway, let's give a check first. So that's the right move. A little bit of hope chess. So now the question is, do we want to go here or just go here? I feel like taking the pawn is the right move because he opened up the king. The point of chess is to checkmate the king, and to do that we have to move our pieces closer to the king and remove the obstacles. So let's see if this is the right answer. It is. I don't know why the king doesn't go over here. That was a strange puzzle. Okay, so we're under check. So if we move our king away, then we lose one of our rook. So it just makes sense for us just to take this pawn. If they take back, we can take the pawn or the bishop. Oh, sorry. Take, 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 take. King go here. We blockade, and we're 3 passed pawns. Let's take the rook first. So we have a choice. Take the pawn, we lose our rook. Or take their rook, and it'll be a trade. Okay, so now this is a pawn race. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, so they queen first. If we take first, they go here. he, and our king cannot chase this pawn. Take, push, we take, he go here, we go here, he go here, we go here, he go here, we give a check. Opponent king go here to the corner. We give a check. He goes back. He's kind of George, isn't it? Wait, I'm seeing something else. Here. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Check. Go here. I mean, we still have 2 pawns. Going here now doesn't make sense. He's just gonna take and push. So let's take the pawn. Okay, white to move. Okay, after this puzzle, I'm gonna have to do a stretch because being too long on the computer is not good for your health. Okay, in this position, we have 4 pieces and they have 4 pieces. Do we have any checks? Well, we do have this. And then we do have this with a check, forking the king and the queen. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to go here first because the king can just escape. So let's go for it. Pinning the queen to the king, therefore the queen have to take. Then we go for the check, then we take the queen. Okay, time for a stretch. I think it makes for a good habit to do a stretch every 10 puzzle because these puzzles are gonna get harder and longer. Okay, so just looking at the balcony, the weather's very nice today. Okay, puzzle number 31. And we are 23 minutes in. In this puzzle, we have the same amount of pieces. Do we have any checks? We can give a check here, but the queen can just simply take. So let's get back to chess basics. So we have even number of materials. And this sort of position we should be looking for. Okay, one of the techniques I like to use is called teleportation. If we can rearrange our pieces in any way we like, how could we checkmate the king? Well, if our queen is on b2 and our rook is on f2, then that's checkmate. So like here. And that's assuming we have like infinite amount of turns. Another way that I'm seeing is if these 2 pieces are no longer here, we can put our queen and the rook in one of the open file and the opponent's king is checkmate because our queen can just guard this first rank. Can we simply put our rook here, doubling it up and threatening checkmate? So let's see what happens. We go here. If the queen take, we simply take. If the queen go back, we pin the queen to the king. If the rook go for the defense, we take the rook and everything is good for us. If the rook go over here, we can just simply take the rook, or just, yeah, either with the rook or the queen. Let's go for it. And that's the solution. What do we have here? We have 5 pieces and they have 6 pieces. We should start looking for checks first, which is right over here. And this is a forced move, which forces the opponent's king to go over here. We can give a check right over here. And the opponent have 2 defenders on this square, which is the knight and the bishop. So let's say the bishop decide to defend. We can simply put our queen here, attacking the king, and the bishop cannot take back because our bishop is pinning the bishop to the king. Now let's go for another scenario where we go for the check. He go over here. We give a check. He put his knight here. And this still happened. I mean, the rook can take, but we just simply sack our queen and go for the checkmate. So let's go for it. I'm sure there's a rook over here that we can take. But we'll end up with 5 pieces against 5 pieces, and I don't like the look of that. Checkmate is just better. Okay. Puzzle number 33. So we have a rook and a queen. They seem to have more material than us. Or is it? Because 2 rook and a bishop is 13 points and we have 14 points of material. Because the queen is 9 and the rook is 5. So I'm looking at some kind of queen sack. So the opponent's king have to take, because there's no escape squares. And so we push this pawn upward, check. If the king go up, we push a pawn. King is forced to be going back down. And this is checkmate. Let's calculate one more time. Here. Say the opponent want to go here instead. Our rook can still go over here with checkmate. Let's go for it. So we have both this amount, we both have the same amount of pieces. So what tactic do we have? Let's look at potential weaknesses. We have this lovely dark diagonal, but it's blocked by the pawn. We can take a bishop, the knight take. We can give a check on the king. The only way to defend is maybe with the queen or the knight, doesn't really matter, and then we can just win the knight. If we go here first, the opponent can simply go here, blocking us. And we cannot take the bishop. if we decide to take the pawn without bishop, they can simply just move the knight here and defend. Take. I feel like the queen is not the right move. Why? It's because I guess they can develop a queen to protect the king, and we still can't take this bishop. So let's take first. Let's take the initiative. Take, check, take. What did they do here? They took a pawn with check. We have 4 pieces. So we have 2 options. We either dodge with our king or take the bishop. I'm looking at this rook and queen battery against the king. If we decide to take, what is to stop them from taking here? Then they'll have 2 rook, a knight and a queen, and we're just down a rook. If we decide to take here, trade, take. I mean, the knight is still threatening this rook, so they can check. I mean, all the trade doesn't seem like the right idea. Let's say we dodge first. They can't take our bishop because we go for this. But then he hides. Then we can win a rook. Alternatively, we can hide. He take our rook. We take their rook. Threatening checkmate. This is really messy. Okay, let me stretch a little bit first. Generally, when it's come to even material, it's best to take the initiative and take the piece first. If we decide to take, the knight can take. We take rook here and we just end up losing. But the other way of not taking a piece first is to give a check first, because check gives us initiative. I'm worried about this move because the knight can check over here one day. Say we go here. What is to stop the knight from going here and threatening checkmate on our king? Our queen is attacked. So I think we need to take. Maybe take with the lowest value piece first. Taking with a high value piece with a lower value piece doesn't seem to make sense. And plus we need to guard this rook on d8. Just in case their rook take us. If we take here, we're threatening the knight. If they take our rook, we take. We're out material. And then they decided to take our bishop. And this is checkmate. Yeah, let's take with the bishop. Might be wrong, but let's try it. I mean, it also prevent this knight from coming here. We could either take the knight or take the rook. Taking the knight means they could take our rook, we check, we go over here. Threatening the rook. But if we take the rook first, I'm threatening checkmate. And also I'm threatening the knight, so it's a double threat. Let's take the rook. I feel like the rook is probably the better move. There's no way this is checkmate. I mean, the rook go over here. We take, we check. Queen go over here. We go here. Let's go for it, I guess. It is white to move. We have 6 pieces and they have 5 pieces. Do we have any checks? We do not have any checks. Do we have any attack on the queen? Yes, we do. But if we go here, the opponent is gonna take our queen with check. Sorry, here. So maybe it's best if we take the bishop first. Then they take our rook. We attack the queen and the rook. Queen go here. We take, they take. Sorry. So let's do some process of elimination. This knight cannot move because this knight is defending this knight. This queen is defending this knight, so the queen may be able to move somewhere like these 2 squares. This rook is in the attack. Take, take. Go here. If the queen go here, our knight come alive. But then this bishop can do funny business, which give a check because of the rook. I'm very strongly leaning against this. I mean, for taking this bishop. I'm not seeing anything else. How many pawns do we have? We have 4 pawns. They have 5 pawns. The problem with just taking the bishop is that I'm not seeing any double threats. I feel like we should just go for it. Let's go for it. Oh, okay, it's correct. I mean, this is the only tactic I'm seeing. I mean, if he go here, I guess we can go here. I mean, even if the bishop move, doesn't really matter because our knight is here to guard our king. Let's go for it. This is just based on instinct. There's no logic to this. Wait, they have 4 pieces now. Wait, what happened? Oh, we have 6 pieces. So the point of this puzzle is just to trade. Okay, that makes it easier. Take. This is why you count your pieces. So that you know if you're trading, are you trading up or are you trading down? Trading down is always good, even if you have to sacrifice a rook. What happened to the music? Let me play some music. Check. Go here. Bam. Take. Take. King go here. And we run out of attack. We can just simply take here. Yeah, there's just really no defense going this way. Take. Take. That was easy. Okay, in this puzzle we have 4 pieces and they have 5 pieces. We can give a check here. But then he escapes. There's this bishop hovering backward, guarding all these dark squares. Okay. In chess, obstacles are a problem. So, how do we remove obstacles? By attacking it. If we go over here, this bishop have to move. Where can it go to? I guess they can go here to defend this square. Can we just go here? So I try to sound smart there, but I'm not seeing a solution at the moment. Okay, let's give a check. If the king go over here, we can just take the knight. Rook go over here. King can go over here. We give a check. We got these diagonals. King had to go back, and we still take the knight. So they have 6 pieces and we have, actually no, they have 5 pieces and we have 4 pieces. So if we trade one piece, if we take one of their pieces, we'll be even amount of pieces, but we have more pawns than them, so we are winning. So let's go for it. Check. Okay, we have a choice of checking here, but then the opponent's king is gonna go here. So I guess it's best to just give a check here, but then they can go here. We give a check. They go over here. We win the rook. They win our bishop. We win the other knight. Let's go for it. We can't let them take our bishop because it's should check. So we need to take the bishop first. Now we win the rook. It's black's turn. They have 2 queen. How nice of them. I really like this queen guarding backwards. So anytime there's a rook or queen guarding backward, you should perhaps leave it there because it's a good piece. So let's look at the next thing that we can do. We can give a check here. Our queen also got this, so our queen cannot move. It's creating some kind of cage for the king. So let's say the opponent's king decided to take our pawns on g5. So the highlight square is where the king is. We can give a check. Our pawn will create this kind of wall. He. So the king now have to move back. If we go to the white square on here, we can just do a pawn push and he's just trapped. Let's say we go here, he take, I go here, he go back, I push a pawn. That's also checkmate. So let's go for it. Okay, so we have 2 pieces, and they have 4 pieces. So we should try to go for checkmate. Usually in this kind of tactic, I mean we have an x-ray here, so it's usually best to go back and then go for the checkmate. Now you may be asking, do we go over to the left side or the right side? Left or right? Okay, left or right. Going to the right side means they can go over here. If we go here, he go here, and then we just checkmate him. We go here, we cover these squares and these squares. So he's forced to go over here, and this is also checkmate. He, opponent cannot retreat to the corner. He go here, check, go here, and this is mate. Check, go here, we go here, he go here, we take, and this is still checkmate. So there's 2 ways to checkmate. So what am I missing here? So we move our bishop here. That means we got these squares. Sorry, we got these squares. So there's 2 escape routes on the right side. So if we move our bishop to the right, there's 2 escape square for the king. So the king can just simply move over here. Now if we go over here, this is not as effective because the king can actually escape this way, and our queen cannot move to the back rank because the rook is guarding this file. So it's just best to go here. Okay, it's black to move, and we have 7 pieces and they have the same. Do we have any checks? We do have checks, but we do not want to sack the queen. what are our active pieces? Active, 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 and active. So these might be involved in the puzzles. This is also an active pawn. I'm looking at this pawn as well. This pawn can do damage. If we take the pawn first, I mean this pawn is guarded by our knight. Take. Take. Our queen is attacked. Take, take. Take. Queen take. We give a check. King move. We take. I think that's a solution. Okay, again, they have more material than us, and with these kind of puzzles, it means we should go for checkmate, or at least winning the queen. Our queen cannot go over here because the queen defend backward. There's also this kind of attack. How does he defend against this? Knight attack this square. Queen guard this diagonal. Isn't this checkmate? Okay, they have 5 pieces and we have 5 pieces. They have the double knight and we have the double bishop. Our queen is attacked. So we should probably move our queen. Or at least counter attack their queen. I guess we can take a rook, but then they take our queen. Okay, a little hydration and stretches. Okay, we cannot push this pawn because it's so well guarded with this square. Taking the rook is a bad idea because it cannot push any further. If we move our queen over, they could just simply take our pawn. Or at least take our queen with the rook. We don't have any checks. So let's say we want to guard this pawn. Where would our queen be? Can't go here. Can't go here. Actually, can go here. because our bishop guard our queen. Our queen cannot go here, and going here is a bit sad. Say we go here, attack the knight, attack the queen, queen take, we now attack the knight, and also threaten the rook. If the rook saves itself, we just take the knight, defend this pawn. Our rook can now swing over to the center, and this is good game. So do we have any check in this position? Yes, we do. Check. If the rook take, this is guarded. I mean, the rook control the horizontal, the bishop control this. This is guarded. If the king go over here, we can simply just go over to the corner and just bring the rook. Say he take. Say the king go up. And this is checkmate. Is it? No, the king can escape this way. I guess we can go here. I don't know. He take. Go here. I guess we just go here. I feel like this is the right move. Taking the rook doesn't make sense, it's just a big trade. And sure, the knight can give a check, but there's nothing else to take. So we go here. If the king decides to move away from this square, we just take. Check, take. Go over here. Can our bishop not go here? No, the king escape. The king escape here. Take. King go here. Check. Bishop go here. Oh wait, I'm seeing it now. Check, take, we take. King moves somewhere. We go and take the bishop. Let's go. Okay, it's white to move. Oh, we're doing well so far. We have 45 puzzles. Perfect. Perfect puzzle. We're 1 hour in. I don't know how long I can do this puzzle if I keep going perfect. But we'll do as long as I can. But I do get tired every now and then. So I'll have to stretch, look away, recover my eyesight, move around. Because sitting on a chair and doing puzzle all the time can be very straining on the eye and on the body. So let's continue this puzzle and then we do another stretch. So here we have 5 pieces and they have 5 pieces. We can simply sack a queen, but then the knight just take, and that doesn't do any good. We cannot move our knight because this is checkmate. If we sack the rook, they can just take. I don't know why, but I just feel like sacking the queen is the right answer. Okay, I'm not seeing the solution, but I'm seeing potential. So let's say our queen just go halfway here and not take the pawn. If the pawn take, we go here and this is checkmate because it's supported by our rook. So let's say we go over here. The other potential that I'm seeing is putting the rook over here. But then this pawn is still defended twice. Say we go here. And let's say the opponent don't move anything. Maybe move some stupid queen. Oh, this is checkmate because the knight's supporting the queen. So we just had to infiltrate. Let's go. Oops, the knight now protect this square. Does this mean we can sack now? This is false move. We give a check. King go over here. Check. Maybe we can just move our rook here, threatening checkmate. Yeah, I think that's the idea. Okay. It's white to move. We have 5 pawns and they have 6 pawns, so if we trade the queen off and trade the rook off, we're just left with 1 pawn less. That's not ideal. I mean, can we just take the pawn? If they take our queen, we take... Nah, this is just a big sack. This is just hope chess. Oh right, I have to go for a stretch. Stretching is important. Okay, let's get back to the puzzle. So in this puzzle, we have 3 pieces and there are 3 pieces. Our queen is attacked. So we either have to move the queen or we just take. If we want to move our queen, where do we want to move? Obviously not on this diagonal. So process of elimination. Going here just seems a bit sad and the queen is just useless. We could go here to B1 or C2, guarding this diagonal. But if we don't have an attack on the back rank, then it doesn't really do much. I guess we can push a pawn. Okay, let's assume we trade. Maybe I missed something here. Take, take, take. They take. I'm just looking at the pawn on the other side. Can we just take? They take. We push a pawn. Say the king go over here. Push a pawn. They go up here. We push the pawn. The king is able to catch the pawn. Not fast enough. Oh, I'm seeing it now. So let's say they take all our material. We trade everything up. What if we push our pawn right over here? If he takes my pawn here, we're queening. And let's say I push here and they take this pawn, we're still queening. Let's go for it. That was easy. Okay, stretch time. No, I'm not looking at the solution on the wall. I'm just doing a stretch. So in this puzzle we have 6 pieces and they have 7 pieces. The king is in the center, so maybe we can go for some kind of checkmate threat or at least winning like a queen or a rook. So do we have any checks? We do. We have one check over here. That means we got these squares, and these squares. The bishop is doing a nice job covering this dark square diagonal. So there's only a few choices that the opponent have. Either move the king here, in which case they lose their bishop, or they just simply defend. They might just defend with the bishop. Do we just give a check here? Okay, I'm seeing a solution. What if we give a check over here? And because the king is on a white square, if he decides to move to any of the dark squares, we can simply give a check and then we win the queen. But the question is, what if we go here and then he decides to go here? We can then give a check over here and then he moves to... I don't know. Where does he move to? I mean, our queen got these 2 squares. If he decides to move up, I'm pretty sure this is the right move. But what happens if he go here? Can we just give a check over here? And then the king doesn't want to go back to any of the dark squares or the white square on the other side. So he'll have to move up. This is the only move. Then we go back here with check. Because the rook got all these squares, pawn got these squares. Now king go here, we give a check, pinning the queen and the king. Let's calculate one more time. Queen go here, king go here, rook over here. Let's say he doesn't escape here. Let's say he wants to escape here. Check, take, we take the queen. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, in this position we have 3 pieces and they have 4 pieces. Are we threatening checkmate? We can go here, threatening the kill box mate, but then they have a check over here. Do we have any other check ourselves? We have a check here. Actually, we also have a check here, covering these squares. The knight cover here. So king cannot go here because our rook covered this, our knight covered this. So the king have to take our rook. We then swing our queen over here with check. And now our knight covered this. Our queen covered these 2 squares. And then the king is forced to go back here. And then we can just deliver checkmate here. Let me calculate one more time. If we go here, I guess he can go upward. I mean, sure we can win a rook, but that's not as good as checkmate. Say we give a check here. What if he win our knight? We give a check, he escape. Yeah, I don't like this. So let's sack the rook. Okay, pass 49. Okay, stretch first. Okay, let's get back into it. Puzzle number 49. So in this position, we have 7 pieces. We lost 2 of our pawns. They have kind of the same. Do we have any checks? There's a check here and there's a check here, but I don't think they do anything. We just lose our knight and we don't have any counter threats. So what other thing do we have here? We have a queen that can go up here with check, take. So why isn't that the move? We can also win a bishop, but then they can push a pawn. This bishop's kind of stuck. The opponent have a check while over here, but then our knight can just move backward and defend. So I'm not worried about king safety for now. Take. I suppose if the queen gives us a check, we go defend. There's kind of check. I don't know. There's a lot of checks going on. Oh, I'm seeing it now. Check. Say the knight go here. we take. So I'm just thinking about winning the queen, but it's not really possible. Cause if our knight go to any of these squares, it's just gonna be taken by the queen. Giving a check actually gives them a way for them to develop a knight. Not giving a check means we get to attack this bishop. But then the bishop is no longer guarding this pawn, so we're using our stronger piece to guard this pawn. The bishop is also useful because our king needs a weak piece to defend in front of it. We don't want to use a queen to defend. Actually, can we just push a pawn and threaten the queen? But then the queen can give a check. We go here and leads to nothing. Check. Go here. Take. This is weak. I'm just worried about trickery, like maybe like this, and then we take, check, go here. Then what if we go here and check us? My instinct is always telling me to check. It's just good things waiting for happening. Cause a queen just do a lot more damage, like taking this, attacking this queen. Yeah, I feel like the queen being stuck here just doesn't do a lot more anything, so I might take a risk. Do I take it? I mean, we have 49 perfect puzzles, so maybe we should just take a risk. Yeah, I mean, queen have mobilities. We don't want to use a powerful piece to guard this pawn. This bishop is good because he's in front of our king to protect the king. Let's go for it. Okay, we got it wrong. What's the solution? Let's have a look. Was it just taking the bishop? It was. But why? Let me do a quick analysis on this. So if our queen go over here. Oh, pawn defend the bishop. Okay. Okay. New puzzle. Number 49. So they will pin our queen to the king. What I'm looking at is there's a sack. If the king take, we castle with check. They go back. And we win the bishop. So we're trading a bishop for a bishop. And a pawn. They have a pawn. And then what do we end up with? We have 2 rook at the end, and a bishop and a knight. So that, and then in the queen, that's 5 pieces. And that's 4 pieces. So it just makes sense to trade off. Let's do it. Oh wow. Well, the queen got sideways. Do I simply just go for this? If the bishop take, we take. The queen take, we take, and I'm happy with the material left over. It doesn't make sense to go here because the rook can just go here. Yeah, let's push a pawn. Okay, puzzle number 50. Maybe we just do 2 more and then we take a break and have the rest of the puzzle as part 2. Okay, let's do that. Because I'm getting tired. We're doing well, but I'm human, so I can't really go for too long against the engine. Black to move. So we have 4 pieces and they have 4 pieces. We can take with initiative, but then they take. We can trade off. We can go here, but then the queen can just defend the bishop. Alternatively, we can take this bishop first, then the queen guard. That doesn't make sense. I am seeing a check over here. If the opponent's queen go over here, I can take, we check, they take, attacking our rook, we take their rook. I mean, this is a good trade for us. Let's say we go here, and then they decide to push a pawn. I know the check is part of the puzzle, but what do we do with this? Why is this important? It's important because it forces the opponent to move a pawn, take, we go here, queen go to the defense of the pawn, and our queen is pinning it to the king. None of the pieces is on a white square, so it's not helping us. I just don't see the rook being the move because it doesn't matter which rook we take with. Like, it just. Okay, no, actually, this rook is useful because it actually got this horizontal. So we say we take. If they decide to take with the bishop, we go over here, check. Queen cannot defend, so they have to push the pawn. They can't move back because our rook is guarding the horizontal. And then what happened afterwards? Do our queen just go here? Double attacking the bishop, but then they can just go and defend. This puzzle doesn't make sense. Okay, our bishop is preventing the pawn push. In puzzle, we should look for checks. Go here. Check. No. Go here. Here. Take the rook. They take. We take. They take. Go over here, pinning the pawn to the king, also attacking this bishop. So they have to go and defend this pawn somehow. So they go over here. Did my queen just go up and attack? I feel like I should just take a risk. I have no idea what's this puzzle. Check. Maybe I should just go here and just see what they want to do here. Okay, let's go for it. I have no idea. Okay, what was that puzzle? I actually don't understand this one. There's a 50% pass rate on this puzzle. Show solution. Take, 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 take. Oh, discard moves. Okay. Okay, I have to remember myself that check should come with taking pieces next time. Okay. Okay, we still have to solve 2 more puzzles before we finish this. So let's continue. So this puzzle, we have white to move. We have 5 pieces. They have 4 pieces. They're almost checkmating us. This discard move which attack the queen. But to do so, we have to lure the king to here or here or here. They also close to like attacking us here. So if we move our queen, then we're pretty gonna. But we do have 5 pieces, so we can afford to trade one off. So how do we trade just one piece away? Take. What about going here? The rook can take. We can't not take the queen because we'll be pinned. They can't take our bishop because our queen is attacking the king. Do we just move our king here, but then just check? We can escape here. Going here. They take. Offer a queen trade. The queen cannot move here, so the queen have to go here. And then we just go for checkmate here. I think I solved it. So we need to find a defense for our king first and counter attack this queen. Let's go for it. Offer to trade the queen. Okay, that's the puzzle. Okay, one more, and then we take a break. Or finish it off. So it's black to move. We have 3 pawns and a king, and they have a pawn and a rook and a bishop and a king. So clearly this is a puzzle where I queen, because if I don't queen, I'll be checkmated. So push a pawn. Doesn't matter where the king go. Check. Because I promote to the queen. And let's say he go here. I go here with check. He go over here. The alternative is I push, he go here, I go here, check, go here, I go here. He can't push the pawn because if he does, I'll just take it. He can't really check me at the moment because I will take here. Pawn push is definitely the right move. So let's start with this first. Okay, the next question is, do I push and promote? If I do that, they will push. If I take the bishop, they will queen. Sometimes there are funny puzzles where this is promoted to a knight. And if the king go here, we can give a check. He go up, we take, and then we are able to catch this pawn. And we have 2 pawns ready at our disposal. But this one of those knight check. So go here, check. Go here. No, I don't think it's one of those knight moves. Queen. He push a pawn. I go over here, attacking the rook and attacking the pawn, because if I take the rook, this will be a check and more damage is to come. So how will he defend this? He'll probably move his rook to somewhere like here. Do I go and attack the bishop after that? Actually, let's think about this again. I queen. He push. Threaten the pawn, threaten the rook. The rook over here, preparing for queening. I could give a check. King moves somewhere. I can't take this rook because it's protected by the pawn. Queen. Go here. Where did the queen want to go? Do I simply play with a queen and 2 pawn against a queen? Seems dangerous. Oh, I see it now. Queen, he go here. I take the bishop, he go for a queen. I give a check. He goes somewhere. And then I queen. Because this pawn is also very close to queening. Okay, let's take a risk. I'm sure it's queening. Take the bishop, threaten this pawn queen. I mean, we could give a check here, he go here with queen, but then that just seems useless. Take the bishop. Okay. There's no other check. If we don't check, they're gonna check us instead and they have the initiative. So let's give a check here. Okay, that's the puzzle. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Maybe part 2 if I get around to it. So, see you.